Hello, Aquarius. I've already shuffled and laid out your spread, so let's move on to your reading, Aquarius. Aquarius, the overall energy surrounding your money and your finances, you have take time to breathe out because your hard work is paying off. Okay? So there's a need for you to take time to breathe out because your hard work is paying off. So you may not feel like it, or it doesn't seem like it, or it doesn't look like it, whatever's going on with your money and what you're working on here to sustain yourself or replenish, recover, rebuild, whatever you got going on here. Your hard work is paying off, but also that it's going to take hard work for your money situation and whatever needs to happen here to pay off. Also, would take time to breathe out. You could be needing to take deep breaths, right? You could be experiencing great deal amount of anxiety, or there's a need to take a pause or take a step back and recollect yourself so that you can come at your situation with new eyes and hopefully see the answers and the solutions that you need. Now, what you also got going on, Aquarius, with your money is you have the courthouse and you got jurisdiction. That's a 23 breaking down to a 5. So that's talking about the Hierophant as institutions, higher power, what you learn, rules, regulations, what gets established, what gets changed, what gets committed to, what gets instituted. And then you have the judication. What did I say? Did I say judication or did I say jurisdiction? I don't know. Is something not within your jurisdiction, or you need to do this within a jurisdiction? But anyway, I digress. That's a 30 breaking down to a 3, which talks about the Empress energy. So there's a focus on wanting to see progress, or a focus on creativity, or a focus on success and growth or creativity. There's a focus on wanting luxury, perhaps even wanting empathy and support. Okay. The Empress energy is also talking about focus on abundance and security too. So with the courthouse and jurisdiction, okay, it looked like you got a little bit of the legal shit happening here. Okay. So the courthouse is saying that there's some sort of legal matter. That legal matter that you got happening, whether you are the one that's causing this legal matter or is happening to you, or maybe both, there's a focus on perhaps trying to come up with a settlement, maybe trying to see how to negotiate. There may be a focus on trying to get a balanced decision. There may be something to do with what needs to be calculated or confronted here. This could have something to do with the will, or divorce, or a lawsuit, or child support, or taxes, or contracts. There may be a need for discovery or assessments here. And so be careful about, the pros and cons to all of that, okay, regarding your money situation. Because you do have adjudication here. And so adjudication, that's speaking to the ability to mediate, perhaps bring in a third party, or the ability to obtain mediation with a matter, or get some sort of advice, or get a decision, or have a discussion around this, right? So, yeah, maybe this is about a legal matter, and there's some concern with how to move this forward, where there's decisions about who receives what, or maybe seeing about trying to make changes to that. I don't know, but it looks like court is in session here. There's something there's things or something being presided over here in a legal sense, perhaps. Maybe you may be judging your money situation, or maybe there's some sort of judgment happening here. But anywho, Your energy and attitude towards your money situation, Aquarius, is death. So you could be involved with a Scorpio, but this is saying that there's a need for change. There's a need for you to release the past, and there's a need for change. So with this being your attitude towards money, you could be feeling like or are experiencing a loss with money, but definitely there's some sort of change you're experiencing with money, or you're looking to make change. You might be seeing how to transform the situation. You may be trying to see how to resurrect the situation, or you may be looking at what you need to let go of, or there's a loss and there may be a need to find something new, or focus on the new that can come in as a result. Okay, so your money situation, its condition, you do have the Hermit and in the reverse. Okay, so you may have needed to wait, or you may have needed to analyze your money situation, but there's this focus that there's a need for wisdom around your money situation, or a need to analyze it, or there's a need to exercise a measure of solitude so that you can be clear thinking and come to the wisdom that needs to happen. But also I feel with the Hermit in reverse, this may be what you have done and now you see answers, you see the solutions, you're coming out of a time of introspection and contemplation, and now you know what it is that needs to be done, or perhaps something that you were searching for, now you find it, or it comes in that you might have been looking for concerning money. Because clarifying the Hermit in reverse, Aquarius, is you do have the Queen of Swords and you do have the Six of Swords. Okay, so this is because you have perception about your money situation. Okay, so you may have been anticipating your money situation, or keeping a close eye on it, or always being solution oriented, right? And with the Six of Swords, this is you seeing some sort of transition happen with money. There's some sort of peace of mind you're able to have here, or you see the way to move forward. Okay, this Queen of Swords, she's somebody that has gone through a lot and has had a lot of rough shit happen, but it gave the Queen of Swords experience and intuition. The Queen of Swords is somebody who's after the truth, after honesty, looking to cut shit out. The Queen of Swords is looking to have straight talk, no nonsense, you know, cut to the heart of the matter here. And with the Six of Swords, there's this focus on, okay, what I need to cut out so that I can get peace of mind, or transition my money situation so that I have answers, I have solutions, or perhaps something comes in, like I said. But there is this transition that happens. For some of you, it's to do with, or have something to do with travel, okay? But there's forward movement here. Now, 3 things, Aquarius, that's going to be defining moments, events, influences that affect your money and finances is you do have the High Priestess in reverse, so you could be involved with or dealing with a Pisces or Cancer individual, for me, with this energy. You also have the Hangman in reverse. And so with the Hangman in reverse, you could also be dealing with or involved with a Pisces individual once again here with this energy. And then you have the Three of Wands that is in reverse. So first thing I see here for you, Aquarius, is lessons. Lessons, lessons, lessons. But that also there are things that are happening out of your control, because you have mostly the majority of your messages that have come through are major arcanas, okay? So the universe is at work with your money situation. So this may be why you need to just take time and breathe out and just go with it, right? Just go with it and roll with it here. And, you know, how they say, serenity now. Handle the things you can and the things you can't. Know the difference and let that shit go and release it and let the universe deal with it, right? And trust that the universe is supporting you, because we're not doomed. Now, on this high priestess that you got happening in reverse, now Aquarius, for some of you, you may be clouded about your money situation, or your intuition is off, or your instincts are off, or you're not following your intuition. But for some of you, this is you experiencing some sort of negative influence from the feminine. Okay, so there's someone that may be a negative influence to you in your money situation and impacting it negatively with the high priestess in reverse here. So you want to be mindful of that. There may be issues with getting validation in a money situation. Okay, now something could be revealed here, or there's issues around confidentiality, perhaps. But there may be the matter of, dealing with mystery around money, or gaining some hidden knowledge here. But it definitely is speaking to not following your intuition, or just being clouded when it comes to your money situation, because you do have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse with the Two of Pentacles in reverse here. So there's some issue where you're not gaining what you want and you're experiencing some imbalance here. This may be a result of codependence, and it could be on a feminine energy or individual that you're dealing with here. With the Nine of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, there could be an issue with the way, with what you are examining or evaluating, or issues in waiting, or issues with seeing progress, or there's issues with an investment, or issues seeing a successful return, or there's some sort of delays, or something's not being invested into, or there's issues with the work and effort being put in or not being put in to your money situation here, to allow you to gain in this situation or see some sort of reward. There may be issues around a plan, okay, or there may be issues around trying to get some sort of news or message with money, or issues with the ability to work out your money situation. Now, you do have the Hangman in reverse here. The Hangman in reverse is saying that you're experiencing some sort of release, an end of delay, coming out of a time of stagnation or feeling stuck, or you're no longer waiting here, right? Maybe there's an alternative you come to, or whatever was on hold is not on hold anymore. You do have clarifying the Hangman in reverse, the Seven of Swords in reverse, and the Eight of Swords in reverse. So there's a lot of mental activity here. A lot of mental activity. In this Seven of Swords in reverse, there's like three individuals where there's one that's not seeing, one that's not speaking, and one that's not hearing. So this could be you coming out of negative thinking, okay, with the Seven of Swords in reverse. But the Seven of Swords in reverse can also say that you experience where you don't see the way to escape a situation or avoid it, and you may find you have to address it or just deal with the way things are because you don't see, or you're not hearing anything, or nothing's being said. And then with the Eight of Swords in reverse, it's like you experience liberation, right? Where the stagnation is over. There's some liberation around a money situation. So whatever was tied up, you now experience release here. Okay? Whether it's something that you just needed to put stuff on hold until you sort shit out, or just something was on hold and you just had to wait until that got sorted out, or whatever time frame or time constraints could be around this. Perhaps with a legal matter, with court, with something being mediated, or with waiting on a decision, or as it has to do with perhaps some sort of institution where money is concerned, or banking matters even. Now, you do have this Three of Wands, but it's in reverse. So there is some sort of delay or issue with your dreams of change. Okay? It looks like you're trying to look forward, or you're trying to see ways to look forward and get some progress here, right? To see how to have things work out and come together. There could be external factors that's coming into play that's causing some disturbance with what it is you're trying to see worked out, or you're trying to create or see come together, or perhaps even get creative support with. Or you could be dealing with others where there's just issues with the ability to create something, or you're not seeing a sign, or you're not seeing the way to have some progress here, or something's not your ship not coming in. There's like some sort of delay that you're experiencing here. And what's clarifying that Three of Wands in reverse is you do have the Nine of Cups and you do have the Devil. So there could be a Capricorn that's involved here. And so it looks like there's issues with getting progress, or seeing something come through, or seeing how that you can go forward, because you have, it looks like you get some sort of contentment or satisfaction, or it's because you want contentment and satisfaction, and then it's like boom, you hit a wall, or there's some constraint or restriction or limitation, or there's an obligation here, or there's some sort of burden, or you have issues with being able to get control or be empowered here. But there's some sort of toxicity here with the Devil being present. You may have little to no support, or there's just a blockage here that's going on. With the Nine of Cups and the Devil, be careful of overindulgence of addictions here. And be careful about obsession here. But it looks like you start off getting satisfaction, and then there's like a blockage to that, right? Something happens that creates a delay, and there's some sort of pause, or just some sort of obstruction here. Now, your money situation and its condition is going to be at the Four of Swords. So this is nice. The Four of Swords is saying you're experiencing recovery and retreat. This is you taking a step back. This is you experiencing rest. This is you experiencing a truce or a compromise, or you're able to bring rest to your money situation. I mean, this is somebody that, you know, also, though you may be resting, you still could be in a space of contemplation about your money situation too. Because you do have the Ten of Swords and Temperance that's clarifying this. So there could be some dealing with the Sagittarius individual. So it looks like the worst is over for you, Aquarius. That though you are experience money difficulties, perhaps even to the point of ruin, or where money is toppling over, Temperance is here to say that there is some sort of healing or adjustment that takes place, or there's a ability to do things in moderation, or it's as a result of you contemplating difficulties with money and you exercising how you can blend and merge and do things in moderation and be responsible and be patient and heal your money situation through the adjustments you're able to contemplate and apply. So this is saying there's a need for you to take time to breathe. So it looks like there's some freak out. But if you let this go, or the freak out is useful to your ability to get to a place of seeing how to have healing and moderation here, some sort of healing or moderation comes in for you that allows you to experience some sort of rest with something that, starting out, there may have been issues around contemplation, or you had answers starting out, but it looks like at the end you're able to experience some rest. So some additional message that can come in for you, Aquarius, is strategize and brainstorm about your money situation. Okay, so it looks like there is a need for a lot of contemplation. There may be a need for you to be more minimal and prioritizing where your money and finances is concerned. And so there's some things you may need to cut out or have some scrutiny with. Also, just make sure you're being honest and make sure that you are not being lied to either. But with strategize, it says results are not coming fast enough. You need a solid step-by-step strategy in place that takes the guesswork out of growing your business. And then brainstorm. Keep fresh ideas flowing for your business. If you feel stuck, take some quiet time with your journal and write down everything that comes, okay? So create, brainstorm. Never stop brainstorming and looking for solutions and searching for answers and getting that light bulb to turn on and not go out. Now, also, additional guidance you have here, Aquarius, is cooperation instead of competition. What's yours is yours and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete, as there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. So if this, whatever it is that you are trying to pass judgment, scrutinize, have an assessment, or bring a legal matter up, or there's a legal matter that comes up, or you want the courts involved, or the courts are coming to you, or there's a focus on adjudication, mediation, trying to come to a compromise perhaps. This is saying that maybe for you, Aquarius, there's a need for you to show more cooperation instead of trying to compete, trying to win at all costs, because winning at all costs looks like it may result in a hollow victory or a defeat, but definitely at least some delays in progress with your dreams for change. Now, you do also have God is your source, Aquarius. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. So this feels like this is about your mindset with money, okay, or what you see going on with money. So there's a need for you to be aware of your perception. We do have the Hermit in reverse, so there could be issues of wisdom, or there's a delay to your ability to come into wisdom, because there may be a need for you to have some solitude and take some time out so that you can regroup and really reflect on this and analyze the situation to come to the answers that you are seeking or need to be able to become aware of. And also with the Hermit reverse starting out, this could be as a result of you, you might be looking to be cutthroat because you just want to see a transition. And you just want to move forward, and so you taking the time to really analyze the situation, or your ability to really contemplate what's going on here and prioritize accordingly, looks like it could be issues around what you're concentrating on. But it does seem that you will be perceptive and cut something out, or somebody will. But with the Queen of Swords, I see this as your energy. Is that either way, whatever fallback or delay that's happening here, you're going to move forward. This may even just be with the Hermit in reverse, that you withdraw from the situation that you could be pursuing in an effort to cooperate instead of to compete or to fight, because you may come to perceive that it's best for you to move on so that you can see peaceful transition, or gain or keep peace of mind here for yourself here, or just simply move on and move forward. I hope these messages help. Like, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching, Aquarius. Bye-bye now.